Good evening, beautiful people. And I hope all is well with you. And if not, I hope it gets better really soon. Let's get right on to today's lesson, which is staying away. One of the hardest things to do is to stay away from what's familiar, whether it's a person, a place, a substance, a thing, a mindset. With so much programming going on, you don't realize how much you're really programmed with your daily routines, the things that you're experiencing, the things that you're doing. It's all a form of programming. And if that program doesn't fit right with what it is you're trying to accomplish, with what it is you're trying to align with, then 9 times out of 10, you need to let that programming go and find another channel. Because time is too short to be focused on, fixated on, continuing with things that are not serving your higher purpose. See, so many people don't feel fulfilled. They don't feel useful. They feel empty and lost because they don't know what their purpose is in this world. And we all have one. Your purpose is not to stay in abuse, whether you are abusing yourself, abusing others, or being abused by others. No one's purpose is that. If anything, you're supposed to take what you've gone through and use it and apply it to what you're going through. So if you're someone who feels that you are who used to being abused, that just means that abuse that you endured is supposed to be your endurance. You are capable of anything, being anyone in this world if you've suffered the long suffering of physical, emotional, mental abuse. You know that you could still function under pressure. You could still function in hostile environments. You can still function even when you don't know how you're functioning. There's so much strength in your pain, so much strength in the things that you've gone through. And the sooner that you open up your eyes and realize your strength, the better you'll feel about yourself, which will give you a whole nother set of superpowers, because you are powerful and you're just struggling with touching into that power because you've been abused mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially. You know you have what it takes to endure. So sit in that for a second. Instead of saying, I'm worthless, I've taken so much crap from people. I'm powerful because I've taken so much crap from people. And here I am still standing. Here I am still living. Here I am still getting blessed. Just imagine how it would be if you let that person go, if you let that substance go, if you let that job go. Just imagine how better you will feel knowing that you set a boundary for yourself and you're sticking with it. And I can testify and let you know that as soon as you let go what's not for you, you open up that door for what is. I've seen it in my own personal life. And I know you here listening to this, wanting better, wanting to learn something different, wanting to seek out help instead of going with what you feel is right. You have the capability to do and be anything that you want to do regardless of what you've gone through. Where there is a will, there is a way. You want something, go get it. If something is throwing you off, throw it out and move on and move up. Because it is true that when one door closes, the next opens. Life is filled with opportunities. It is all up to you. You cannot sit there and wait for something to fall in your lap. That's a 1 in a million. And a lot of people sit there wasting their entire life thinking that they could be that 1 in a million. No, sometimes you got to go get it. Sometimes you got to do the work. Most of the time, you have to do the work. It's hard, but it's possible. There's so many people in this world who can testify that they had to go through something to get to where they're at, but baby, they're there. No matter what they've gone through, no matter what obstacles came in their way and told them that it was impossible and they weren't going to make it, they made it. And it's possible for you too. I need you to know and understand this. It's possible. Just let it go. Let the arguments go. Let the conversations go. Let it go. The dead weight. I love to use the words empty calories, sugar, empty calories. Sugar is something else. That is not good for you. You know who you are. If you have a problem with sugar, whether it be in the form of alcohol, candy, cookie, pasta, bread, carbs, you need to let it go because that's not healthy. You don't want your limbs cut off, your toes, your hands, your fingers, your arms, your legs. You don't want to die behind an addiction. I know addiction is hard. It is so hard. But once you see how much it's hurting you, once you get tired of feeling how you feel, then you'll be able to stop. But that's up to you. I'm just here to let you know it needs to stop now. If no one's told you, it needs to stop now. We have people, no matter how many messed up people we have in our lives, we have people in our lives that genuinely care about us and genuinely love us and would be upset knowing that we had the power to stop our own downfall. I would be upset with myself if I were to let myself go down under, knowing I had the power to stop it. I want that for you too. Give yourself some credit, but also give yourself some goals to reach if you need something to do. Set a goal. I'm going to do this less. I'm going to do this more. And actually do it. Write it down. But you have to start somewhere. And starting oftentimes means ending. Because at the end of a period, guess what? A new sentence starts. Write your own story and live it out. And let God, life, the universe, you let the spirits guide you through your journey. I've done it. And I am exactly where I want to be. Trials and tribulations still going on to this day, but I'm exactly where I want to be. And I'm so grateful for it. So grateful that I did not let the devil, these demonic spirits roaming this earth, drag me under. I have everything I could need and more. And I'm thankful for that. Because I hit that rock bottom a couple of times. And each time I got back up. But now I have more faith. Now I have more endurance. Now I have more wisdom. Now I have more discipline. Now I have more discernment. I have more strength. I have more confidence because of my trials and tribulations. So never be ashamed of what you had to go through or what you had to be or who you are getting through your tough times. Because that's what makes you who you are when you come out on top. Unbreakable, unbeatable. You can't move me. I'm still human. I still hurt. But I don't hurt for long. I understand the whys. I stop asking why and start understanding the why. So learn how to let go when it's time to let go. Learn how to know when something is no longer serving you. Learn how to get up and walk away in the midst of a fight. I don't have to deal with this. Disappear. Oh, wait. I forgot I know how to swim. Swim away. Remember who you were before life tried to tell you who you are. Before the traumas. Before the hurt. Before the disappointments. You gotta remember who you are. And let go of that dead weight. That's the only way you'll grow. Is get uncomfortable. Get out of that situation that you feel has held you over this far. Because look at the damage it's done. Yeah, it helped in a way. But look at the damage it's done. Look at how unhappy you are. How unhappy you are. How miserable you've gotten. How not you've become because of it. It's okay to build up one place and move to the next. That's life. It's life. And the sooner we realize that, the better. You cannot stay in environments where you're trying to heal from. You have to get out of that environment in order to truly heal from it. It'll never happen while you're still there. Constantly being triggered. Constantly having to find a way to escape. Constantly avoiding the problem instead of avoiding the environment. It'll always be there. It'll never stop. So learn how to just let it go. You want people, things that pour into you, pour life into you. You can't expect for someone to pour life into you if you're sucking the life out of them. That's not fair. It's not fair at all to have so high expectations of someone, and when they're not being what you need for them to be, you're making them even more miserable. You're no longer willing to compromise. You're no longer willing to put in that effort. You're on a job. They made you unhappy. So instead of you leaving, you're making the company suffer. It's not fair to do that. It's not fair. You're supposed to put your all into everything that you put you into. Not be lazy, not take shortcuts, not say, well, they didn't do this, so I'm not going to do that. No. You need to say, well, they did this. That made me feel uncomfortable. I don't see myself being in this condition anymore. And go. It's just that simple. It'll hurt for a little bit. Because oftentimes now, because of what we've gone through in the past, we have attachment issues. And it's a bit much, but it's not that much. It's easy to detach. Just stay away. You wouldn't want to dangle candy in your face if you know you're not supposed to be eating candy. You don't want to do that. So if you know something is hurting you, let it go so that you can breathe and be happier and be more fruitful and move in the love that we're all supposed to move in. Move in the grace that we're all supposed to move in. Appreciate the effort. You tried to be there for me. You tried to pay my bills. You tried to accommodate. But it didn't work. Thank you, though. And move on. Until next time.